Hello, everybody, and good morning. Okay, so this is probably going to be a bit of a weird idea today, but I started getting into Monster Sanctuary a little bit ago here, was absolutely loving it, and then one of the devs basically mentioned, hey, you do know that there's advanced game modes, right? Because I kept asking, like, hey, has anybody Nuzlocked this thing or whatever? And yeah, sure enough, turns out you can absolutely just have a Randomizer Nuzlocke as your very first thing here. So here's the thing. I know this might seem like a terrible idea for somebody that hasn't actually done this before, and this is true. This is, as weird as it sounds, this is something that I like doing. Like, generally speaking, for years, I've gone into things like, for example, like Pokemon Flora Sky or whatever else, just like random ROM hacks and things like that, and then just like tried to blind Iron Man that thing with a Nuzlocke rule set, just to see how it would pan out. And I absolutely love how this game's been going so far. I know it's a weird way to try to torpedo your first experience, but hell, my first experience is already just friggin' golden on this thing. I want to give this a bit of a try. So yeah, that's as far as I've gotten on my first save there. Of course, you know, gotta have all of the birds and my spear people, but I want to see how this goes. Anyway, you can change your character visuals whenever. I haven't really unlocked any new visuals for the other one there. But for those that are unfamiliar with this game, basically this is What If Pokemon but Metroidvania. Anyway, yeah, the rules that it has at the very start are going to be functionally speaking, a randomizer Nuzlocke. If a unit dies, they're just taken out. Oh yeah, right. We gotta pick a thing here. Apparently I've accidentally already picked the wolf here. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and name it after our dog. There we go. Sounds good to me. But yeah, so if a unit dies, they're gone. Apparently, you're instead of capturing units, like normally the way you'd capture them in this one is if you manage to beat a wild unit well enough, you wound up in a position where they would end up dropping an egg. Now, in this particular case, it looks like what's going to end up happening is that the eggs drop in chests or something along those lines. So what does this dog do? Good. Dog jumps. What does that mean? What in the fudgery is this now? Okay. Apparently you start off with a full team. Okay. Let's see. I have no idea what these even are, so let's just see. So you are Mad Lord, okay, and Goblin King. Do I get to rename these, or I guess you don't get to rename your randos at the very start? But yeah, I don't know what. Let's see. Oh, I guess he just cuts things. Fair enough. Well, let's get into a fight then. All right. So, unlike the Pokemon games, there, basically the way that this works is every one of your turns is a bit more combo orientated. So, like in this case, we see that that's probably going to be doing the most damage to him. If we take a look here, what we want to do is set up a combo first. So looking down the list, looks like we're going to be getting the most attacks out of Airsicle, so we'll probably just go ahead and snipe this guy real quick. So that's going to put the damage up to 120%. Then we get a 440 out of this, so we'll go ahead and pop that out there right now. And then from there, we'll probably finish it off with a Poison Bomb. There we go. Sounds pretty good to me. And then they are gone. I don't know why I thought that was an AoE, but whatever. Of course it wouldn't be. Now, were these guys... I want to say this is not what it originally was here. I feel like this is a full-blown randomizer. But yeah, there's a whole lot of things going on in terms of mechanics. So, I can't even pretend to fully understand everything that's going on here. Which, by the way, the reason I was doing that was simply to get that burn off. But yeah, there's a ton of mechanics, like debuff and everything else wise. But basically stacking for combos, going for debuffs, that kind of stuff, that's what you want to be doing here. Alright, first fight, we're already almost losing a guy. This is a fantastic fantastic setup so far. Looks like they've got the equivalent of a Fortify up there. We'll get a Poison Bomb on this guy. He's kind of going a little bit out of order here, but he got that poison. If we go for this, this should hopefully take out at least one of them. go. What are you going to do? Okay, he's just going for that guy. You get your full team healed back after every round, so let's go ahead and finish him off. Get absolutely nothing points-wise. Beautiful. Okay, so first round, already almost had a death. Perfect. Yes, what does Doggo actually do here? What's your skill tree looking like? So we got air sickles. So this is, as far as I can tell, air sickles are mostly for building up combos. Spectral flames, which looks like what here? I mean, just apparently just neutral, but it hits real hard, so that's good. So that's probably going to be their special thing. Ice Hail seems reasonably strong, but there's a chance to apply Chill. I believe that's the one that increases mana cost with every round. So like instead of something like PP, you've got mana costs for every action that you do. Ooh, but he's got Lifesteal. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm really liking the dog. The bird is like a crit AoE nuke whatever specialist, which I really liked. This is looking pretty cool. Which, by the way, if you're wondering if you can just, like, attack them beforehand, no, that's just for breaking obstacles. Yeah, I could have sworn these are not the things that were here last time. Again, I could just be completely wrong on that one, but this thing scares me, though. So we're just going to go ahead and start off with that. Kill it, please. Give it some bleed. No bleed. Okay, well, at least get it gone, I guess. Like, it'll defend against it, but still, it's getting a burn debuff, so that'll do. Like I said earlier, I just really like this game. I don't necessarily actually understand a lot of its mechanics just yet, but screw it if it isn't fun. So yeah. Alright, let's see. Poison on one of you, because we're not dealing with all that shieldy type nonsense. Another poison type related thing for there. And so let's see, that's crit damage. That is on weakness damage, so we'll go ahead and do that. That should be dead. There we go. So far, so decent. Yeah, I'm positive these are not the ones that were there last time. I'm pretty sure this is completely randomized. Probably should be finishing off with a slash instead of starting with it. But you know what? I mean, we basically already got this one, so this is fine. Yeah, probably gonna maybe lose out on 1 star on our rating, but this does well enough. Alright. Yeah, that thing's got eyeballs on its eyeballs. It's something. Alright. 40% chance of our loot. Just get some upgrade materials. Yes. Thank you, dog. I'm sorry. I know we suck. And yes, I went for this one just simply because they're blue. I like the blue look. Mainly what I've been going around doing on my main file is just swapping around. Yeah, those wild monsters are definitely randomized. I was going and swapping outfits with every kind of little chapter type thing. Let's go ahead and finish off one right away. So supposedly, yeah, we get a like a chest with another unit somewhere. You can have a maximum of 6 in your team at any time, but you apparently can just have a more or less limited box with you. But then also you can send some of them out to functionally join the equivalent of the army, whatever that's about. Like I said, I know stuff's going on. I don't know exactly what that stuff is, but doesn't mean I don't like it. Okay. Actually pretty solid there because they're taking their turn last. Again, last move will always end up hitting more. To explain what the meters are, like, you may notice everybody's functionally got access to all of their moves at this point. Everyone's running pretty low-tier stuff at this point. As you end up getting stronger moves, you'll wind up in a situation where they end up burning through far more mana with every action. So, there'll be more stuff going on, but yes, thank you, explanatory dog. Okay, so, Goblin King. What's your deal? So you got might, so that'll be whole party might buff. Might just start with that because I think that's a 15% chance to do stuff and such right away. Bleed status, pretty solid. Cleanse. Icy Cleanse, I take Cleanse. Buffs are crazy strong in this one, and I've seen a lot of cases where, like, the AI will get crazy with their buffs. Regenerate 10 for every burn that they get. Alright, cool. They get Firestorm at 10. That's going to be pretty handy. So Firestorm is AoE fire. When Spencer gets attacked, 50% chance to apply a random debuff to the attacker. Yes, please. 100% yes on that. Alright, what about you? Let's see. Mana Symbiosis, regenerate 5 mana for each heal received. Maybe not. Lifesteal, though, very yes. To explain what I do know about the buff so far, so Glory right here is basically like crit up and crit, or like crit damage up, crit chance up. Chill, I believe, is that everything takes more mana. Burn is I think it's like some percentage of health. Poison is definitely percentage of health. Bleed is percentage of the initial hit and can stack in different ways. And I mean, all the debuffs can stack in different ways depending on who's using them. It gets pretty wild. Cestus, okay. Feel like you should probably be the one getting the Cestus. Everyone's also got equipment and stuff like that. Alright. We got Box, we got some people over there. What about you? Kunai, what about you? You seem like somebody that could use a little knife thing. You've got a really big sword, but apparently that doesn't matter. Mana regen. Yeah, he feels like the kind of dude that would maybe have an issue with that. Yeah, this is one of those bits that I was glad to have the bird, because if I'm not mistaken, the bird can hover you up there. Which actually, now that I think about it, what do you do? Secret Vision, materialize... What do you mean materialize invisible platforms? Okay, apparently that's a mechanic. You do Claws, you do Jewel Blast, activates Earth Orbs. Okay, well, Shanky King over here is going to be joining us. Some Blob on Fire, got some Miners. Apparently we just really got some problems with the local union here. Right. Let's see. I feel like blobs are generally pretty scary whenever you first encounter them, so we're going to go for that kind of logic right over there, go for a neutral Mud Cannon on you to boost the damage up a little bit, and then go for the Kaboom on you. It's kind of weirding me out that he takes way more swings than he actually takes actions. It's almost like he's probably some kind of endgame monster that was meant to actually start off with a lot more skills at this point. Anyway, so let's see, let's go ahead and stack you. The other guy's starting to build up a shield. It looks like one of those shields that generates every time that they're doing something. Is he poisoned? Yes, so he's basically done for, and then you attempt to go for the bleed proc. No. Okay. Yeah, definitely getting way lower health than I ever was in the first file up to this point. Burn. And that'll do. Technically, you get better score for attacking on weakness, but screw it. Box level 2. Interesting. Okay. And actually, we're actually going to go ahead and use that right now. There was a monster bell, so this was a immediate respawn, but we got a reward box too, which I know that should be several hours worth into the game, so we're just going to go immediately refight this. See if we can maybe get another one of those to drop, because those seem to be useful things. I think it's just like a random thingamajig that gives you stuff. That's the technical term for it, obviously. Only only professional descriptions of everything. Clearly, this is just an absolute top-tier production, as you can probably tell by the fact that my other main computer doesn't even run right now. That'll hopefully be fixed within a week or two. Anyway, stack a Kaboom on this dude. Feels like we might be winning in the girth department, is all I'm saying. It's got like magical super dog. We got a frickin' like monarch over here. Some demon thing with whatever that is. Friggin' demonic goat. He's the friggin' Taurus demon with the soul edge for some reason. Whatever, I'll take it. Slash. There we go. Get a little bit of healing, but they're gonna be healed up to full anyway. And yes, we did get another box. Okay, I need to remember to come back here then, because that is farmable. I don't know what that gives us, but a banana and another banana. I mean, would you like banana? Health plus 250? Yes, actually. Do that, and actually you get that too. Because that's a pretty good health boost. Yeah, I forgot, you can actually feed them for extra stat boosts as well. What's this? Supplies armor break? Yes. Definitely a yes on the armor break. What about you? Might to the whole party? I feel like, yeah, we definitely should be going for that. Because it seems like a very physical-based party. What about you? Applies glory? Yes. Stack for buffs, stack for debuffs. It is the way. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. It definitely feels like the way to do it. Alright. So, doing a jump works a little bit better if you actually make the jump. There we go. What are you? Bracelet, defense up. I feel like his defense has been suffering the most, so let's get that done. Bracelet. Wood stick is the best he's got anyway. Alright. Gauntlet, defense plus, crit plus. Actually, again for the dog on that one. I mean, granted, right now there's no equipment that's really going to be a downside for them. I actually don't know if there is equipment that's for downsides. Are these the ones that... Yeah, the real question is, are these the ones that ended up dropping the boxes? Because what if farmable reward boxes right here? Right, go ahead and go for the double buff. Go into a 130. Poison bomb on you. Nice. Okay. Okay, this is a bad situation. Okay, we might actually potentially see a party wipe pretty quick here if this doesn't improve. Yeah, do that and then he's just dead. It's suboptimal, but I'll take it. Armor break into a follow-up with ice, I believe. Should do the job. Ice and water are basically the same thing in this one. There we go. That should be 2 gone. We might live after all. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking this. This makes no sense, but I'm loving it. Yes, I should be starting off with corrosive jabs earlier, but man, if that's not doing a great job. We got carrot. And crimson gem, which I don't think I've even seen in my main file, but who gets carrot? Let's see. Do you get carrot? What is carrot? Health 150? I mean, it's a worse version of the other one, but we'll take it. Changeling egg. Okay, what are you then? What is changeling? Okie dokie. Okay, so we got a ditto. I think. That's really freaking cool. It's just changing all... Man, what even is that? Crit damage plus. I mean, that's just a yes under every circumstance. Increases critical chance by 15% when wearing no equipment that increases critical chance. Huh. But I want more crit chance. Critical hybridization. First crit of a physical attack triggers an additional hit equal to 60% of magic value and vice versa. Alright. Power of every consecutive hit during an ability is increased by 5%. That one's really good on the birds. Let's see. Heal target for 5 times magic. Shield target for 1 times max mana. Yes. That seems really solid. Could use a good support. So what are you? Like, what's your thing? More form allows players into a ball? Allows Dude! That's freaking sweet. Alright, I love that. Oh, man. Okay. You know what? Every part of this game is just a joy. Alright, do we need a defensive buffer? I don't think so for this one. That guy just seems like he's going to be a little bit of a liability for this one. Not to mention I don't want to lose my Morph Ball guy, which I think you can still use overworld abilities if they get taken out. Like, you can still use your not quite HM slaves, as it were. But yeah. We'll see as we'll see. Nice. Go for the one shot, as you do. I like this team. I like this team that we rolled up with. Yeah, I won't get a chance to go super far with this today. Just because, well, there's some stuff that I gotta handle that I got a little bit behind time-wise for. But, we're gonna at least get somewhat into this, you know? Hopefully at least get to the first boss and all that. At least get through this tutorial area. I just kind of wanted to, I promised at least start it today, so that's what we're doing. Alright, we're gonna go for ignition. Hopefully this will make a burn. Oh, we already had our 3 attacks. Maybe I was mistaken, I don't know. Alright. Got some stuff. And away we go. Dude, that thing is so weird, I love it. Okay, got an orb, got a morning star. You get the orb. It seemed entirely about that kind of life. You get the morning star. Man, definitely forgot to get a drink. Proceed to bully the local union some more. I just love that this stuff is built in, you know? Feels good. Alright, let's see. Maybe glory on here. Probably should have put might up earlier, but didn't. Go ahead and do this exactly 100% backwards, as you do. Best way to do it, clearly. Alright, they go for the armor break, they go for the barrier on themselves, because burrow is basically barrier on self and potentially other stuff if it's combined in. More armor break on you. Man, that guy hits like a bus. Alright. Slash on the snaky. Just because we already got enough problems. Claws. There we go. That was pretty okay. We'll just finish him off with something or other. Get a little bit of a shield. I mean, just any DPS move should do him just fine. It's funny because DPS carries a completely different meaning in this one. Basically you're just throwing out a bunch of plink moves to up your multiplier. I'm actually 100% sure. Oh, right, that's the one that gets rid of debuffs. Or the one that gets rid of buffs, that is. Got a poison on there, get that on there, looking good. Unless D suddenly crit stack somebody. Yeah, just the fact that the team is getting this low this early into the intro is probably not a good sign. I wouldn't expect this run to go a crazy long amount of time, but this is the way that I kind of want to beat this the first time through, you know? I know, things are not going to show up where they're supposed to, and it's going to ruin some of the world building and stuff like that, but, you know, that's fine. Okay. What in the fudgery is this now? Okay. Take on the army of genies, I guess. We have stolen the nut. We have fed you the nut. Defense +8. Let's get those skills up. What do you got? Goblin provisions. Heal all goblins in the party for 10% of their own max health at the start of every turn and apply a random buff. Well, that's messed up if you got it. Reduces damage taken by 2% for every buff this monster has. Okay, good, but... Every attack triggers an additional attack equal to 50% of max mana. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, actually. Alright, what about you? So critical consistency plus 10% crit damage. Crit damage also increases non-critical hits by 10% of the amount. Okay. But then also, everything has a chance to cleanse, so yes please. And then chance to chill, yes please, because if it's what I think it is, then very yes. Let's go jump on top of a genie or whatever this is. Ascendant. Interesting. I mean, they look like an endgame enemy if I've ever seen one. But same thing as before. Do the buffs. And hope for the best, I guess. And hopefully don't get insta-wiped by whatever the hell this freaky-looking blue genie thing is, you know? Okay, so they just stacked like 5 buffs on themselves at the same time. And took away my buff, so that's... Alright. Cool. Yeah, I guess they just sort of get buffs whenever you hit them with stuff. I guess poison bomb this guy, and then just finish off the first one. What the hell, man? calm down. It's too many buffs. You can't have that many buffs. I'm assuming they, like, suck, but they stack buffs like crazy is their deal. Because their damage appears to be appallingly bad, but at the same time, definitely seeing some potential abuse potential here. 4x40. Do that. Dandy. Alright. Poison Yab on you, and that should be him gone, because he's got double stacking buffs there, and I hit the wrong guy. Cool. Made a last extra turn, even though that didn't need to happen. Now, I will say there's a option that was in the menu for different kind of basic battle music. Personally, I like this. I don't know. Feels good. Alright, bead chain. Alright, what does bead chain do? I mean, instead it's rare, so there's that. Health plus 90, crit chance plus 2, mana regeneration plus 8. Neat. Doesn't seem crazy amazing, but whatever. That's some kind of music note thing. I still don't know what that's about. Alright. Take just whoever's here. Do the might thing. Oh man, time flies. Time, stop flying. I want to do more of this. Right. Let's see if the paws will do the job. They sure did. Double barrier. Doesn't ignite. This, yeah, these guys are nothing. Alright, you should be all well and done. This one goes for the bleed chance. Or, I guess that's the one that's just 50% bonus damage. You know what I mean. It's that one. Right. Do we get anything from them? Probably not. Just a small antidote. You can use items in the middle of fights. You know, we're not going, like, no item Nuzlocke or whatever. Though, realistically, honestly, I found items to be less... I don't know, I haven't really used items much on my, my main playthrough there. Which, again, is still only a little bit into the game, to be fair. But, it is what it is. But currently, the general idea is you kind of just travel through this whole area, you get to a place that does a thing, and then you get to the thing, and... Ooh, he exploded. You talk to a guy that tells you about, like, raising stuff, and then that guy that you talk to about raising stuff tells you to go to your fortress thing, and then you go over there, and then they tell you about doing, you know, more explory type of stuff. You do your usual, like, Metroidvania kind of shtick, you know? Alright, start off with this. Bonk, 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 bonk. Probably start off with the or follow it up with the slashies, do a poison bomb, because it seems to do a good job of curb stomping just about everything. Honestly, this kind of feels like you're doing a randomizer and started off with a Nidoking so far, but whatever. Not gonna complain. I have a feeling this is gonna go, you know, pretty badly eventually. And if this goes well, that burn should finish him off, and there we go. Even though I technically did stuff in the wrong way. Primordial Branch, is that a weapon? Feels like a weapon. No. Is it like a branch of your Dark Souls 2 style or something? I don't know, we'll find out in a moment. But, we got Arcane Bolt on this guy. That's a pretty good start-off move, because that's a lot of hits at once. Let's see, when applying a debuff, trigger an additional 30% damage hit. What kind of debuffs you land in then? So let's see, every buff also applies one additional random buff. Okay, we're gonna go for that actually, because that I really like. This is a similar loadout to like a mix between that initial worm fire guy and the bat, or not the bat, but the bird. Target shield and removes one debuff. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do more with that guy in a minute. All right. I think this is where we're supposed to go. No, we come back here later. Because that's the bit that you need the double jump for. See, I know some things, just not that many things. I know what I can know, based on being very slightly into it. The smoke bombs are a way for you to escape from fights. And from what I understand, you get 1 new unit per zone. And yeah, I'm 100% expecting to wipe, and what in the actual fudgery is like frickin' liches or whatever over here. Thanatos. Okay, so, big question though, how screwed is this screwed? Because they look threatening. I mean, this, again, looks like an endgame dungeon kind of party that we're running into. Granted, ours doesn't look that much different, but... And also we seem to be able to one-shot these guys, so there's that. Glory, okay. Yeah, he's got, like, Symphony of the Night, like, death animations. I like it. Armor break. They seem to want to go for crits, so if we can just maybe make them not exist first, that might do some pretty good things. And I used the wrong guy, didn't I? Sure did. Sure did. Okay. Somewhat concerning, but very survivable so far. So there's a poison bomb on you. Chance of a crit. Yeah, that guy just really does not take no for an answer, does he? I don't know what it is, but it's definitely threatening. Somewhat concerning because that thing's dropping like 160 on poison per round, but we're still surviving it. Wasn't too concerned. Another one of these bead chain type of dealies. Can probably go ahead and give one to one of these guys. In fact, why are these so rare? They don't feel like... I mean, I guess that's a lot of health. It's probably just a kind of an iffy low-level version of it. Extra defense for you. Probably should be giving that to the dog, but at this point it's already done. Multi-might. Can be stacked 2 additional times. Additional stacks are only half... Okay. Cool. What about you? I mean, mostly we've been doing Poison Bomb with you, so... Poison Bomb bigger. Sounds good to me. He's been doing a lot of ice and hail. Has been getting healed a lot. Probably just up his attack rating. There we go. There we go. This is the place we're meant to be. Hey, it even randomizes the stuff that's on the field. That's hilarious. These were something completely different last time. This guy has you fight a thingamajig. Right, do the glory. Muscle bound for glory. Song's stuck in my head again. Didn't mean to do that move, but stuff stuck in your head just kind of happens sometimes. Right. Wait, why did he attack twice? I must have missed something. I don't really know why he attacked twice there. Let's see, there's chill on there, there's poison on there. I don't see sidekick. I don't know, right? Sidekick isn't on? No, okay. Well, I'm confused. Alright, might on team. I feel like Ice Hail is going to be enough to finish him off. To go for the claws, go for that little bit of healing. Might live to regret this, but poison bomb on you instead. Yeah, I don't know why he's attacking twice, but I'll take it. Okay, the king guy's looking a bit worse for wear right now. Might have to switch in our other guy. Here, let's see. Oh, I guess it does attack twice, doesn't it? Ote. Probably shouldn't be starting off with it, but I'll take it. Yeah, I think we're actually going to switch out Doggo for Ditto. Mostly because I want to put a little bit of a heal going, and I'm not 100% positive that these guys are going to be able to make it happen. So, you do that. So you can make that burn go away. I forget if he's the one that makes the burn go away. But if he isn't, then he certainly didn't. And a poison bomb. Okay. Maybe they'll be fine. I know that there's a boss fight immediately after this, so... there's that. Again, doing things intentionally in the wrong order, and gonna pretend that's on purpose. And by no means because I'm a frickin' spaz. Okay. Got some stuff, then we got our boss fight. Proper keeper, you need to complete one more test. You have to go for, whatever they're called. Like the elite enemies that are basically the little mini-bosses that are scattered around the world. Alright, we're not playing a debuff. Chance to do another hit. I would instead prefer to do this restoring shield. Okay. Alright, for the test? Yes. And somehow it just feels incredibly fitting that it's this monstrosity, you know? Okay. What do we get rid of, though? I feel like it kind of should be these three. So we keep our might buff. Glory would help, but I don't really expect it to do too much right now. This guy's going to go for poison, which is going to be percentage scaling, so that should do the job pretty well. We still get... no, we already have might up, because I probably could have gotten rid of the king then. In that case, you are probably going to be the one most likely to have issues. So let's give you a shield. Oh, wait a minute. It's burn that's the one that I want to be doing. Interesting. Okay. Well, in that case, do that. This guy's just like the lord of DPS, apparently. Okay. Do bolt just to kind of increase our multiplier here. Get some bleed stacks going, possibly. Okay, no bleed stacks, but looks like Poison and Burn's going to do a good job. He's going to go for the shield. Interesting. Ooh, okay, okay, that's hitting pretty good, actually. Okay, give him a normal break. Okay, okay, we're going to put Restoring Shield on you. Let's see, do we have any... yeah, we have these. Heal him up a little bit, because he's got a lot of issues going on right now. Okay, we might be about to lose that guy, actually. Okay, he's gone. Oops. Yeah, this might actually be done before it's even started, huh? His poison wore off, so he's gonna do another poison. Problem is, once you lose a team member, you can't really swap in another one for them. Okay, I guess set up for this. You know, I almost feel like the lower level poison is just gonna be doing a better job. Because like one crit will carry that much farther. Champion, increased health, attack, and mana generation, can act multiple times per turn. Okay, but that doesn't really tell me anything else. Go for a bleed stack, I suppose. Yeah, not getting any bleed stacks. So far, looking survivable. I know that, like, first comment out of this will be like, man, you shouldn't be attempting something you're so out of your depth for. I know, that's the point. See if we can just maybe rush him down, because he's looking decent. Okay, that's a lot of debuffs, though. So he's still got his burn, he's still got all of his debuffs stacked up for the moment. This guy wants to see about removing that debuff. Okay. You are going to go ahead and heal yourself. No. Technically, we can use that smoke bomb, but at this point, it would just be a waste. Because I believe you can actually exit out of story fights. I'm not 100% certain, but it does basically allow you to have a limited option to retreat. No! That's regicide, man! Alright. Is he poisoned? Yeah. I mean, go for it, I guess. At this point, you just might as well try to go for the DPS. What can I say? If you can last a couple more rounds, this might just work. Do we roll the dice on this, though? Because... Okay, got the double. That might be it. Yes, okay, that's it. The one remains, and we got a cookie mushroom. I somehow don't think we did a great job here. Yes. Okay, let me go ahead and skip that cutscene. Okay, so what did we actually get out of that? Not very much, to be honest. Okay, why don't you just slash things better, and why don't you... what's this purple thing? Regenerate 10 for every time that happens? Cool. Ooh, shock! Wasn't paying attention to shock before. Shock basically is like a secondary attack every time somebody gets hit by anything. Okay, so you can use these for their overworld abilities still, but, like... Do they actually follow you? Yeah, they still follow you, they're just... Let's operate with the shame ball. We have permanent access to shame ball now. Alright, anyway, so that'll have to be all for now, then. Oh, hey, a ribbon. This would have been useful a moment ago. Sure is a shame I just walked right past it, huh? Anyway. So yeah, that'll be that. I'm gonna have to get going then. And, yeah, thank you for stopping by. We'll do more of this one next time and see if this ends up immediately getting wiped. But thank you for stopping by. Curious to see what else we run into.